Hello, me hearties, a dinky do, and a very, very warm welcome to the world's top talk show. This is the big one with me, Scottie McClue. So lovely to have you with us, dinky do. It's Saturday night, it's 9 o'clock, and that can mean only one thing. Scottie McClue is live on TikTok and YouTube just for you to say dinky do. There's Kareem. Hello, Scotty. Hello, Kareem. So glad you could join us. We'll be opening the lines in about 5 minutes' time. Hello from Cornwall, says the wonderful Paul Glover. Yes, morning, Paul. Fantastic. Lovely to have you with us. Hey, Scotty, how are you? One and all. Excellent. Welcome, everybody, I say. I shall say good evening, everyone, and dinky-doo from Scottie McClue. Fantastic. Hello, Scotty, says Officer Sins. Officer Sins, dinky-doo. Hello, Scotty, says Deco1. Dinky-doo, Deco1. So glad you could all join me, of course, and we'll get down to the chit-chat. As I say, we'll open the phones and see what is what. Always good fun. Saturday night, 9 o'clock. 21st of January already. It seems no time since we're doing the Hogmanay Bash. I guess you believe. So what? The kingdom, absolutely. God, you're great, Scotty. Paul, you're great as well. I say to your morning to all my fellow Cornishmen. Fantastic. Love it. I stayed in Helston and I went to Mousel and down to Penzance. Fantastic. Just absolutely loved it. The Goonhilly Downs, of course, enjoyed that. Land's End. Are you a news anchor? I have been, Ferris. We do all that sort of thing. Ruth has joined us. Night, says Ruth. Night, Ruth. All right, I've got a clue. Encourage more viewers, it says. Evening, Scotty, my man, from bonniest Dundee. Where are we in Dundee? Are we up at Douglas? Up at Douglas on Angus? On a wet field, on a clippy road, on the Mingus Hill. Fantastic. Hi, Scotty. It's David and John. Dinky-doo, David and John. So glad you could join us. Scotty, for the moment, it's the real Kareem. Don't worry, Kareem. We shall deal with any borders. We shall stand by to repel borders. You never answered my question. Which one did you ask the UK bull? Let's run back and see if we can find you. I guess you believe. So what's the kingdom? Right? The kingdom is earth. So there you have it. Absolutely. Heaven and earth. Follow us as soon as you can. The kingdom of heaven. Lovely to have you with us. Stallion Fish. I'm so glad you could join us. Welcome, guys. Tell me where you're from. Our wonderful Paul Glover told he was from Cornwall. That's tremendous. Hi, Scotty. Hope you're well. Francis, dinky-doo. Lovely to have you with us. Welcome, I say to you. Now, we'll see what gives this evening. We've had some tremendous pop-ups. Very, very successful. And everyone's talking about this show now. It's starting to gain arms and legs. Castle Milk, John. I know it well. The Chateau au lait. Tremendous stuff. Dinky-doo, good evening, Scotty. Please give a score prediction for Claire. Oh, I don't think we would do that. Love you and thank you. Good answer. Did you like that one, UK Bull? The kingdom of heaven. It's easier for a rich man to go through the eye of a needle than to enter the kingdom of heaven. And they should take note of that, the greedies and the evils. So there we are. Hi, mate. Hi, Elliot. Dinky-doo. Just Katie's just joined us. Kilbirnie. I liked Kilbirnie. I went the wrong way once in Kilbirnie. It's possible to do. I went the wrong way and ended up in Lochwinnoch. Follow us as soon as you can, guys. Dinky-doo. Donna Perfume has just joined us. Guys, get following, please. We need to build up these followers. People are very, very slow at following. And please don't have attitude thinking, oh, I'll not bother now, I'll do it later. Just pop up to the top left and click plus. Stop shouting, please. Space Cadet. I'm not shouting. I never shout. So there we have it. You must have your thing up too loud. Your equipment. You're the highlight of my day back in Longrig End. Dinky-Doo. Paul, bless you. The Longrig End. The big hoose. So there we are. Yes, of course, because you had your radios on. Future capital of the world. So there we are. The new Constantinople. No, I think the capital of the world should be a place called Greenock. That should be the capital of the world. Dinky-Doo, Scotty, I'm currently in the middle of the Prince Harry book. Tad the lad, what are you thinking? A lot of people are saying that she's got a hold of him and she's broken his character. So there you are. Scotty, remember Wednesday, 25th of January. Wink, wink. Now, that's Burns Night, Kareem. So there you are. So we'll put that up. I've got a nice recording of Scottie McClue on talk radio talking about Robert Burns. I thought you were trying to be Del Boy. No, don't be ridiculous. Who would ever try to be Del Boy? Del Boy's a special character. Evening from Airdrie. You might as well try to be Captain Mannering in Dad's Army. For the sake, all right, Wilson. There we are. Scotty, good to see the show. So there you are, Dinky-Doo. F document, Dinky-Doo. So there you have it. No, always dark-haired F document. There are. Good evening, Scotty. Good evening, Vicky B. And Vicky B, thank you so much for your kindness last night. Vicky B was sending fortunes, tapping the dollar on the YouTube. Oh, my goodness me. So there we have it. Good evening, everyone. Dinky-Doo. Who have we got here? I'm just checking. I've got everybody here. Evening, Scotty. Listening to you from South Yorkshire. Pagrant. We love you in South Yorkshire. And Dinky-Doo, get following, please. Used to love listening to your show when I was younger. Fish chips and chocolate brownies from Spoons is so good. Oh, Eddie, I would agree with you. I think you're talking a lot of sense. Right. We need about 100 followers right away. Can everybody get tap, tap, tappity, tapping? Tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap. YouTubers, get subscribing. You're very welcome, says Vicky B. It's for a good cause. It is, Vicky, because we're trying to build up the show, and I need just a wee bit extra dosh, a little spondulux, just to help with advertising and equipment. So there we have it. Now, Scotty, what's the origins of Dinky-Doo? Origins of Dinky-Doo was when the Romans were in Britain. 2000. Oh, somebody sent me a hat and moustache. D sent me a hat and moustache. Point table. Excellent, sir. Yes, indeed. And the Romans were just about to leave to go back to Italy. Some stayed, set up pizza parlors, fish and chip shops, etc. The man, the legend, Scotty Doo, Dinky-Doo, George Miller. How do I listen to your show now? Well, we're not on the radio now, so this is it. But we'll be opening the phone line shortly, and you can get a bit of chat. So there we are. Now, Scotty, why don't schools teach about how to make money or the next big thing, like Scottie McClue? Stallion, I have to agree with you. I think that would prepare young people for the world better. Is this in English? This is in English, Dix. There we are. Are you in English? Scotty, I have a 500-watt transmitter. Do you want to go coast to coast with me? D. I love the sound of that. 500 watts is pretty good. So there you have it. I think lovely jubbly, says Tad the lad. That's what we like. Now, so the Romans, yes. And the Emperor Zero had them all assembled. And he put up his hand and he went, Dinky-Doo, everybody. And they all went, Dinky-Doo, Zero. And I thought I'd take that. It means it's all well with you and the world. And I've copyrighted it, so nobody can pinch it. There was a wee guy, he's had a spot of bother recently, so he's not about. There was a wee guy wanting to be Scottie McClue. And he couldn't pinch Dinky-Doo, but he pinched quite a lot of Scottie McClue's sayings, like Archie Barchie, Tara Laz, all that stuff. That was him pinching everything. Scotty, there we are. The Pirates selling the ping. Whereabouts in England is Scotland? Pete, England and Scotland are two separate countries. So Scotland's not anywhere abouts in England. But I think England would like to be in Scotland. DINKY-DOO from Grimsby, Scotty. Hope you're grand. From Don and Keezy. There we are. Don, lovely to hear from you. Fantastic. I know Grimsby well. I had a friend used to stay on the McCLUE Road. Does that ring a bell with you? You're sort of, I suppose you're kind of between Cleethorpes and Grimsby. There we are. England gave the Scots too much land back. No, Keith. All the land was really the Scots anyway, and it got taken over by the French. So you see, there's no such thing as an English person. You can stay in England, but you're really French or Italian or German. You are Anglo-Saxon. There you are now. Or you might be a French person over with William the Conqueror. There we are. There you have it. 1066, the Battle of Hastings. King Harold's last words. Mind what you're doing with that. You'll have someone's eye out in a minute. There we are. I tell you, everyone like and share, please. Thank you, 126274777. Very much appreciated. Dinky of the Do Variety, Scotty. Oh, Neil O'Gormley, how lovely to have you with us. How are we tonight? Right, we've been on 11 minutes. I think we'll open the phone lines and see what's what. See if we can get the message out there. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 that Scotty McClue is live just for you, saying DINKY-DOO on the YouTube and on the TikTok. Fantastic. Every Saturday night, 9 o'clock sharp. Lines are open, guys. 01416289795. Braveheart may or may not have been the truth. What's your conception on this? It's pretty good. There's a fair bit of poetic license, and you've got is it an Australian playing the man? I say freedom. We need to watch this freedom set up though. So apparently they're going to take our cars away from us, and the Scots government are complicit in this. You're live in Scottish Funny News. That hello, gone. There we are. No problem. We will get you. Keep ringing and ringing and redialing and redialing and redialing. That wonderful sound tells us. You're live in Scottish Funny, and who's that?
DINKY-DOO, Scotty. It's Kareem. How are we?
Kareem, good evening. How are we, la?
I'm well. How are you?
Great. Absolutely. This is good stuff tonight, Kareem.
Yes, I'm enjoying the discussions.
Kareem, just before we settle down to a wee chit-chat, I was just going to tell you that I'm getting a wee bit dischuffed this week with the Scottish nationalists. So get hampered.
Scotty, you cut out there actually. Sorry, could you repeat that again?
Yes. They're talking of taking away our freedoms, the Scottish government. And I thought, I don't want to leave
West. 20-minute zones.
Yes, to do with that, and also talking about taking the cars away.
Yeah.
And I thought, no, I'm not impressed with that, because Scotland is a country that thrives on personal transport. Oh, not every day, Kareem. A tiny minority are trying to dictate how we live our lives, right? And governments need to realize they're there to serve the people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think governments now have changed, Scotty. You know, and you have seen governments change since you've been a wee boy to now.
Oh,
and it's quite scary, because it does seem to be all about power, control, taxes. You look at the Tories just now that are doing away the right to even strike.
Yes.
And Labour are supporting that. Labour, you know, it's.
Oh, well, Labour, you see, I think, to be honest, these parties are now becoming a bit of a con, because what's the point in having a party in that agrees with the other party?
Correct.
You see? So we need to watch. We don't curb people's freedoms. And that's it. If Scotland wants to be independent And the Scottish government and Nicola Sturgeon were fighting for independence, which means freedom. And the watch cry of the Scots is freedom. Now, if they're talking about putting us in a virtual jail, that's not freedom.
I don't see that happening, Scotty, and I do think the SNP tend to buckle when it comes to the public moaning at them. Things in the past they've always given in to the public, and I think something like that, the way the demographics and geographics of Scotland, it can't work. It won't work. You try to tell me that like if you can't pass into this zone to the supermarket, where you have to use another supermarket in your zone that you don't like, and for you to do that, I think it's like they were talking about the Oxford one, where you have a pass of 100 times, and once you go over that pass, you have to apply to the council to be able to get more passes, and guess what? You need to pay money.
Right,
money.
Now it's money. Now the question is, I was just going to say, you've touched on it.
Yeah.
Why are they doing that?
Yeah, well, it's another money-making scheme, in my opinion. It's about control, and as I said, it's not just Scotland. This is happening throughout the whole world.
Yes, but why are they needing more control? Control of what?
I don't know, Scotty. There's a lot of conspiracy theories, and I don't want to go down that road, because I think when you start talking about that, people switch off. But I can't see it happening in Scotland, or if it does, people will stand up, and I do think SNP will buckle down.
Yeah.
But I think a great example to see it in action will be England, and Oxford is going to be introducing that within the next year and a half.
Yes, I saw that, and we'll be keeping an eye on it. But if they think it's going to be a rollout, I think you'll find it'll be bye-bye to the SNP or whoever's in power at the time.
Well, I think if an SNP implement this, whatever party was to come in, they're not going to get rid of that. I cannot see that.
Well, they're going to have to, or they wouldn't get in. I mean, that's what you need to stand on. You need to say, we are the party of freedom.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, Scotty. I think politics now, and the people that we elect, not just here in Scotland or England or where else, it's becoming a dark time, because it is all about control. And I mean, you've probably read about, and again, not to go into too much detail, about the banks now. And the banks are trying to get everybody on a type of digital currency. Yep. And once that happens, if you come out of a zone, there's nothing to stop them to say, right, well, you're not in the proper zone, you can't use your money in this zone. They can cut it down, and it's about, people are saying it's about control. It's very scary, potentially, what could happen.
Yeah, you're talking about a dystopian society. You're talking about the society of George Orwell. But you need to find out who's doing this and why. Yeah? Because it's unfair for any other human being to dictate to other human beings how they should live in terms of, you know, reduction in quality of life.
Well, the only thing that people have spoke about it, again, it's all hearsay and that, but you've heard of the World Economic Forum, and it's about the powers that be around the world that are in that group, and they make the decisions how countries and where do they move forward. So there's a lot of
but the point I'm making is, the point I'm making is that's good and well, but who elected these people?
Exactly, nobody.
Well, you see, you can't have unelected people if we're supposed to be having democracy throughout the world. You can't have unelected people calling the shots.
Well, Scotty, is Scotland in a democracy just now? Because we've been denied the basic right for another referendum. Now, whether you agree with a yes or a no, it's not the point. It's a democracy in terms of things have changed. People have the right to vote again. It's the exact same with this Section 35 that's been implemented, and we spoke about that yesterday, and that could be the first thing for many things to come. There was interesting discussions as well, Scotty, about the NHS. Everybody loves the NHS. But at the moment, the way we're going, you will probably heard the Mayor of London speaking earlier on, who is Labour, saying all people now should be paying for NHS and appointments to see their doctors.
No, this is nonsense. This is people, politicians, whatever, getting shoved towards the money-making thing, say, sell it off and be like America. Do you know what I mean? Now, you know, we are not American.
No, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yeah.
It is the signal's a bit bad.
No problem.
But I think what the Tories are trying to do, they're saying, is that there are people that can afford private care. And what they're trying to do is get people into that mindset that go private, and for the rest, they have to go to an underfunded NHS. And there's people up here in Scotland that need to wake up, because although whether you like the SNP or not, the NHS up here, for the moment, is doing a lot better than the rest of the UK. It's not perfect, but once it gets it's been deliberately underfunded.
Yes.
And it's the same which you've read about teachers, Scotty. I think I said this last night, that the largest council in Glasgow are looking to make redundant up to 800 teaching posts to save money. Now, you've got people going off their head about this, but you need to ask the question, well, we voted better together. Westminster keeps reducing Scotland's budget. The Scottish Government can only allocate so much to each council. Councils have to make cuts. Now, people don't like that, but they know what they have to do. Stop blaming the Scottish Government. We had to vote in 2014. We need a new vote now to ensure that we can move forward as a progressive country. Or get yourself down to England and really look how bad things are. And if that's the way you want Scotland to go, then by means, sit in your hands and do hee-haw.
Absolutely. But progressive, I come back to it, does not mean curbing freedom. And the Scots need to have, they should have subsidised ferries. There should be absolutely no fuel poverty in the islands, because they're falling down with peat. And there's oil, there's gas, there's coal, the lot. And to be honest with you, everything being blamed on climate change. Yes, there's climate change, but nothing, virtually nothing that happens in terms of this carbon neutral stuff will make one bit of difference to that.
No, it's somebody somewhere making a lot of money. And before you know it, Scotty, in 10 years' time, there'll be something new that will come in, and it'll be everybody jumping on that bandwagon to try and get the masses. By 2030, your Tomby boiler will be no more. They're trying to get rid of that.
Well, you see, I don't think they should, because these are very good boilers, and a boiler should last about 30 years.
I know.
You know, Karim, can I ask you?
Yes.
There's somebody on here saying it's Karim's wife. I take it it's not.
It's not. No, that's
it's
just
not.
Someone
right.
doing it.
That's fine. So they've gone now forever and a day.
There we go.
There we go.
Fan club. Well, sorry for going on a rant there, Scotty.
No.
I do get a bit passionate about it.
Well, good for you. We need more passion. We need more Karims.
Thanks, Scotty. Listen, thanks, and I'll speak to you next week and have a great time. Okay, Scotty?
And when I say more Karims, I don't mean on here.
Scotty, see you later.
DINKY-DOO, lad. All the best. What a top man. That's our Karim. Fabulous call. There we are. Now, what do we got here? You're breaking up, bud, says WeG. No, we should be all right. There we are. What's this slapped on site user 252? No clue needs a slap. Well, there's nobody of no clue here. So there you are. You'll be getting binned off. So there we have it. Does Jackie Weaver have any authority in here? Says James the Love it. Right. Fantastic stuff. To the telephones, 0141 628 9795. You're watching Scottie McClue. # float eye. First Lord of the Internet. And DINKY-DOO, I say to you, your combo boiler will be getting phased out. Says the wonderful Jerry Thompson. I'll just check who this is. You're live with Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Hello, Scotty. Have you ever heard of the Big Black Bull tradition? I like spanking big black.
Hello, you're live with Scotty's Phone In. Who's that?
Why are you so fat?
Why are you so fat? I don't know. We'll put that one out to the nation and they can tell you why you're so fat. So there you are. Bobs, is that you? Dinky-Doo. Lovely to have you with us. Fantastic stuff. I love Gemma. Your listeners are dropping with that last call. No, it was a very good call, actually. The listeners have just shot up. Believe it or not. There you have it. Fantastic, Jay. So you need to realize that we are a discussion program. Jay, if you've got something you want to contribute, come on and do so. You've got the number. Hello there from Peterhead in Scotland, Scotty. Dinky-Doo. Guys, can we grab our telephones, our mobiles, and give it tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap, 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 tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap. Wonderful stuff. Tremendous. Note the audience is looking very, very healthy. So you got that one wrong, Jay. Very disappointed in you, Jay. There we have it. Now then, who have we got here? Scotty McClue's pies are good to put down. Too good to put down. The phone into that numpty was easy putting down. Stallion fish. You're quite right. Thanks, Susan, my stalker on the chat. Here again. If I look for him, don't worry. Who have we got here? You're live with Scotty's Phone In. Who's that?
Hello, Scotty. It's me. I was looking into what
Alan, just a wee minute. Alan. Yes, Alan, did you say?
No.
Is your name Alan?
Yes, it's Alan. Yes,
it's Alan. Right, Alan. What can I do for you?
Yeah, right. So, Scotty, I'm looking for your political beliefs. Yeah, right. About what you believe is wrong about the SNP party.
What about them?
That's right. Yeah, personally, I like to think that Scotland would be well off on a communist society. What would you know about communism?
Communism, I could tell you everything about communism, but it wouldn't suit Scotland, I can tell you that.
It would.
Or anyone else.
It's never done right. You see
the thing about communism, Alan, are you listening? Are you listening? Are you listening? Are you listening? The thing about communism is we know it doesn't work.
No, but it does work, right?
No.
Because it's worked before.
It's never worked. Never worked.
It did work, you see, because...
What about Stalin? How many millions of people did Stalin kill?
Name one Jewish person. They're all gone. They don't exist anymore.
No, exactly. They've all gone. So there you go. I rest my case. So we know the communism doesn't work.
Because you see, in a communist society, if you were to eliminate absolutely everyone, it would work. Because then who's going to resist you? You know. Yeah, well, you don't want it. You want a bit of fairness. You don't want society dictating how we are. Exactly. No. That's your communists. They are dictators. No, communists. They were not communists. So there you go. I've never heard so much rubbish in all my life. Right, that's that. Now then, Jerry. Oh yes, idiots on tonight in the hour. Your combo boiler may be getting phased out. Electric boilers shortly. All new builds will be electric boilers, says Jerry, Scotland's #1 van driver. You're live with Scotty's Phone In. Who's that? You're a nigger. Right. What did you say? Sorry, we didn't hear you. There we are, half-wit. Jimmy Cranky, yes, indeed. Jimmy Cranky's retired, I believe, Jimmy. So, Gemma, what have we got here? Scotty. Fantastic. How do I call? Jay, you pick up your telephone, 0141 628 9795. 0141 628 9795. Sorry about the loonies, guys. These are people with tiny minds. There we are, and they're not able to hold a conversation. I think he said, love your neighbor. He did, Stallion. He said, love your neighbor. Fantastic. That was that, which is sound advice. But he still sounded as if his IQ was quite low, I say to you. Right, to the telephones as quickly as possible, guys. Can I have more followers, please?
You're live at Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Kelly.
There we are. That's that. That's the end to that. It's video. There we have it. Now then, here we got. Oh my goodness me. You're live at Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
I hate it.
There we are. He hits himself. Right, fair. I'm not surprised. Boris said no. Now, what have we got here? Hi, Scotty, my man. Hello, Shazza. You're live with Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Scotty, you're a fat.
There we are. We don't know who that is. And they don't know who they are either. What a shame. Anyway, we'll give them a lifetime block. That's the end of that. Now then. Hi, Scotty, my man. How are we doing? Hello, Jay. Welcome. Lovely to have you with us. And a big dinky-do. Fantastic. You're watching Scotty McClue. We are live, of course, globally to the world. We're on YouTube and TikTok. And if you're watching on either, if you can follow us on the TikTok and subscribe on the YouTube, that would be just wonderful. I think teachers should get a pay rise up to 15%, as you said last night. Absolutely, Jerry. You're live with Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
I love you.
Thank you very much. That's very kind of you. So there we are. Now then, who have we got? Guys, try and come on and have a sensible conversation. You don't need to just say a silly thing, because it doesn't do you any good to do that. There we have it. Now then, lots and lots of new followers. Thank you for that. We can do with some more as well, I say. Philippe has joined us, and Archie has joined us. DINKY-DOO. Share the live, guys. And can everybody get tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap, 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 tappity, tap. There we go. Now, what have we got here? You must join me in one of my live events, Soul to Soul. Yes, I liked the sound of what you were saying the last time. Soul to Soul, what do you believe happens to a human when the body wears out and the heart stops? What do we reckon there? Yes, so Jenny was saying, I think teachers should get the pay rise up to 15%. They deserve it. Jenny, I could. There we are. Yes, Kareem, got him. Right, I think he's gone. Is that right, Kareem? Can you check that your stalker is no more? We love it. You're watching Scotty McClue, hashtag Flotai, First Lord of the Internet. There we are. Now then, just to the #1 gifter badge. There we are. Thank you very much. And S. Yes, S likes handbags. There we are. Fantastic. Your soul leaves your body and goes to the universe. It's energy. And you could believe in heaven, or is it dark matter? Well, no, Kareem. I think that we have heaven and hell. And anybody that's trying to upset the lives of humanity at the moment will be going to the hot place, I can tell you. Soul to Soul says we move into a parallel universe. Greetings, good soul, says Rafko. Lovely to have you with us, Rafko and DINKY-DOO. I love God, says Negan. Well, Negan, the world is returning to God because the superior power should never lie in a human being. Human beings are fallible and weak, as we are seeing. Anybody who desires power and wealth to that extent has a weakness. You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
It's me, Scotty. David. You're right, pal.
David, lovely to hear you. And DINKY-DOO, how are we?
DINKY-DOO, I'm good, son. You're just talking about, you know, if you can let hell loose into your life. Hell is a bad thing.
Well, David, Soul to Soul has just come back this second. He must be reading your mind. You must be septic. He says, this world is hell. So he thinks this world is hell.
It can be. mean?
I don't know. I think it's heaven.
So, yeah, it's just sometimes, you know, right, if you think bad entities are going to come in and get you anyway.
Well, that would be hell. But David, remember, in the history of the world, good has always triumphed over evil. Now, these people who are trying to control us, calling it, pretending it's because of climate change, or it's because of this, because of carbon footprints, because of pandemics, all that stuff. If these people are doing that, then they will find that good will triumph over them.
Of course, I mean, they're talking about new pandemics coming, Scotty. I think you've already heard about all this. And they're going to let hell loose on all of us, apparently.
Yes, apparently so. But having said that, you know, we have immune systems and we will fight these things.
But then they're saying, you know, all these jags that we all got, Scotty, during the pandemic, a lot of these jags have actually made people seriously ill. You've heard about all that.
Heard about all that, yeah.
Some people passed away, Scotty.
Yes, absolutely.
And the same things like the Visor is a dangerous jag. I didn't get that one, of course.
Well, we'll not, David, will not mention any particular ones.
That's good then. I was listening to old YouTube's the 90s, Scotty. You were doing from 8 to 12. Oh, Scotty, what a laugh last night. I couldn't stop giggling.
Do you like it?
A pain in the bum was when you got calling. and all these people were getting their backs up. I think you should bat him. And what a great wind up it was. You put up with so much for calling this, calling that.
That's right. They were all calling in and they were giving it all the chat. But you see, I love that with phone-ins when, you know, you get a difference of opinion. And that's what we're needing. You know, we need people should have an opinion.
Sorry, I'm talking over you there.
No, go on.
And then a guy from England phoned in and said, the Scottish were stupid and so on, and you know, and you said that not all of us are stupid, which is true. But then I learned a thing. It was a Scottish man who's founded the Bank of England.
Yes. William Patterson. Was it William Patterson?
Yeah, they found penicillin and John Logie Baird done the TV.
Everything. Listen, David, it's all Scottish people. All these things are Scottish people. James Watt.
Do you know what I mean?
James Watt started the Industrial Revolution with finding the steam engine, the condenser.
And Scotty, you're TV you were when I was watching last night. You were so on top of everything, right? And it was so fast. You go, Gemma, John, but Hardy, David, you're pressing the buttons. That was you doing like 4 hours a day. Do you know what I mean?
That's right. That's right.
Great.
Oh, listen, I think any radio station worth its salt should be giving me a ring. I really do.
I know they should.
You know?
I'm really, it's really not fair, right? I know that. Do you know what I mean?
Well, it's not fair on the people. I mean, I can handle it, but it's not fair on the people, you know?
Yeah, it's not. You're amazing what you've done to all these mad souls out there.
Yes, and we also looked after a lot of the lost souls, you know.
You did.
That was the thing.
I just wish it was like that today.
I know. Well, we need to get that back.
And you're still getting a few idiots phoning in, of course, on YouTube, and they are idiots. Right?
They are complete idiots. Absolutely. They've got very low self-esteem, and they need to build their confidence up and think, I could actually manage a conversation with Scotty.
I know.
You see?
A guy keeps phoning you. The guy's voice is becoming recognised now. He phoned you about, in fact, 10 minutes ago, and his voice is very, what do you call that? You know, you can learn about the voices.
You recognise the tone. But the thing is, he'll not be phoning back because I've just banned him.
Aye, do you know what I mean? They get to take side a bit posh, but he can't have a word with you.
Aye, that's right. He can't speak.
No, do you know what I mean? Oh, anyway.
No, there it goes.
He's better at working the bakery. Aye, right.
It's just the daftest. Now listen, how are you doing?
I'm good, son. I'm wonderful, honestly. And John's here tonight for a wee holiday.
Aye.
So, and he's doing
lovely.
Good. You know what I mean?
And we had a chat last week, him and I, and that was good. There's Danny David saying maybe you could take Ken Bruce's spot on BBC Radio 2, Scott.
Yeah, there you go, right? I mean, so if you phoned him up, they're just going to say something like, "No, we don't want you."
Well, they would just say, "Oh yes, I'm afraid that's all sorted. You're a wee bit late." They always have an excuse. The best one I had was a guy. I phoned him in London, and I was chatting to his secretary. He said, "Oh, Scotty, I'll just put you on to him." Anyway, he wouldn't come on the phone. He says, "Tell Scotty there might be something in 6 months' time." In other words, he was at it. So he was at it. You know what I mean? I says, "Oh, I couldn't wait that long."
You know, 6 months. I don't understand. He went back to remind you were on that radio station, and all of a sudden you weren't on it.
That's right. And a guy today came on. He said, "I remember what you said that got you sacked." I said, "No, nothing I said ever got me sacked from a radio station." So, I mean, that's a myth that was put out, you know.
Of course. I mean, a disgrace. You just get rid of you very fast, and I think that's terrible.
And then they had to get rid of the station because the audience went with me.
I mean, I don't know. Is that station still actually going?
No. As soon as they got rid of me, that was kind of it, really. The game was up. So you see, I'm not joking when I say when I went, the audience went with me.
Yes, exactly. Do you know what I mean?
You know?
There you go. That speaks for itself, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean?
People forget that. Do you know what I mean? Crazy stuff.
God, son. Right, you take care,
David.
Dinky-Doo.
You look after yourself, Dinky-Doo, Lala.
I will, son. Bye-bye now.
Top man, ta-ra-la. There we are. That's your Davy. I like Davy. A bit of a top man. Now then, hey, you're awesome. I hope you have the best day. I hope you have the best day. Ruby. Fantastic. Now, you called someone a BJ. That was not a sacking thing. You're live in Scottish phone in. Who's that?
Scotty, it's me, the Green Goblin.
You're live Scottish phone in. Who's that?
Thank you,
there we are. That's that. Right. And now, who we got? You called someone a BJ. Jay, that was proper, though. I used the word properly. Yes. So there we have it. Now then, who we got here? That was not why I left. Jane Dinky-Doo, lovely to have you with us. Ewan, lovely to have you with us. And welcome, I say to you. You're live in Scottish phone in. Who's that?
I hate niggers.
There we are. A half-wit. Imagine coming on and going, "I hate you." What kind of half-wit? He could have come on and said, "Good evening, Scotty. Could I talk about such and such?" But because he's got a tiny, tiny, tiny mind, he goes, "I hate you." Dear, oh dear. There we have it. Now then, how do you call you? You give us a call 0141 628 9795. And it'll be lovely to hear you. Well, there we go. Give us a wee phone and let us know what is what, I say to you. Excellent. So lovely to have you all with us tonight. Get following as soon as you can, guys. We need more followers. Now then, what we might do, there we are. That's fine. Ah, that's very interesting. Now then, right. I've just seen something very interesting, guys. Very, very interesting. So there you go. I like that. Right. So I'm just going to come back up. Fantastic. There we are. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Now, who have we got here? Oh, right. I'm just going to come back up, guys, and we'll go live again. Wonderful. Excellent. So there we go. We're back on the old TikTok. We like that. Hello, Dinky-Doo. Welcome back, TikTokers. So lovely to have you with us. Fantastic. Now then, who we got here? The numpty heads should phone a friend if they've got one. I know, Jerry. What do you do with that? I say to you. More numpty heads. There we are. So what we'll do, we'll chop off the phones just now for a minute or two. Gives a wee chance to talk sense. There we are, rather than have some halfway coming on. There we are. Let everybody know, Dinky-Doo. Thank you very much. Very good to have you with us. Lovely, 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 I say to you. Now then. Dinky-Doo says, Messick. Dinky-Doo, hello, Scotty. Nice to see you again. Peter Nevins, how lovely to be back with you. Tremendous stuff. David says, I'm addicted to ciggies. Jerry Toll says, we'll set my cocoa on them. Wonderful, Jerry. We love it. Right, I'm just going to pop this down so you can see me. That's better. My goodness, look at the time. Guys, time really flies when you're enjoying yourself. I can't believe it. We've been up for nearly 50 minutes. Now, who else have we got here? Dinky-Doo. It's me, David, from the phones. Yes, indeed. You ain't wrong, Scotty. I used to listen to you on the FM. Gavin, it was a fantastic station, that. There we are. Move the phone. It's me, David. Is saying, what's he saying? I love cigarettes. Oh, how very strange. So there we are. Let's see who this is, guys, shall we? Well, there we go. Hello, you're live on Scotty's Phone In. Who's that? Nobody. Right, there we are. Not a problem. Hello, you're live on Scotty's Phone In. Who's that?
Hello, mate.
Hello, mate. Who's that?
Charles Graham.
There we are. You don't know who you are, right? You don't have a name. You're not given one at birth. Hey up, fella. Dinky-Doo, Steve from Yorkshire. So lovely to have you with us. And welcome, welcome, I say to you. There we are. There's a guy phoned to go, sure. That's his vocabulary. We love it. Fantastic. Hey up, fella. Swagger Jagger has just joined. Welcome, welcome. Gone yourself, Scotty. Dinky-Doo, says the wonderful James Lang. Who have we got here? Ah, it's that one. Right, got you. Just getting rid of a dumpling. Fantastic. Right, we didn't want him anyway, I said. And numpties will be numpties. I can't remember what you used to say when some tried swearing. Oh, Gavin, we used to sort them out big style. If they started any of that, we did not like that kind of carry on. You're not watching the boxing tonight, Scotty? No. More likes. Thank you very much. Good evening, Scotty. Good evening, and Dinky-Doo. Lovely to have you with us. Now then, who's that one? Right, we don't know. What do we see who this is? You're live with Scotty's Phone In. Who's that? There we are. Fantastic. Guys, when you come on, you say your name and what you want to talk about. That's what you do. Okay? Your name and what you want to talk about. There we are. There's no point in me taking numbers from half-wits. Say the number slowly, please, says Jay. 0141 628 9795. There we are. 0141 628 9795. Evening, Scotty. What have you done today? Oh, Ryan. One of the busiest days in my life today. Absolutely incredible, I say to you. Now then, what did you do for a living? Do you mean what do I do for a living? I inform, educate, and entertain. There we have it. I've got a bit of a halo around here tonight. I'm just wondering if I've put a fingerprint over the camera. I'm just going to see what's happening. Just give me a minute, guys. See if we can sort that for you. Is that any better? No, not really. Very interesting. It's come back with a halo. Maybe they're trying to tell us something. Maybe our soul to soul will know what's going on. Boxing on soon. I've got a 50p bet on it. I find it strange that boxers are rude about each other. Why do they not say nice things about each other? So there we are. What's the point of the phone ins if you keep declining the calls? Gobstopper. We have to decline the idiots. There's no point in having idiots on. Always remember that. You're live with Scotty's Phone In. Who's that?
Scotty, hello, it's me, Daniel from Glasgow. I'd like to talk to you about your opinion on Scottish independence.
Yes, Daniel, no problem at all. I think Scotland economically would do well independent, but not sure about politically.
That's a very interesting take, Scotty. I totally agree with you and think we should grab independence from the English.
Absolutely, and do our own thing, but not if we're going to get our freedoms curbed.
Yes.
We don't want that.
Think of England using Northern Sea oil to build up London.
Yeah, well, that's bad news. You see, all that money needs to come back to Scotland. Reparation of damages due up Linlithgow Palace. Yes, that was sacked just before Culloden. You know, we need to get Scotland's economy rebuilt.
What do you also think of England interfering with Scottish laws and intercepting Scottish laws that have already passed in Scotland?
Well, it's not England, it's Westminster. You see, we have nothing against England, but Westminster are interfering in the Scottish Parliament. That was staged, says Elbrus. It was, Elbrus. That sounded a bit staged, didn't it? I have to say. He didn't sound the clean tatty. Ain't we stronger together? No, Gavin Giant. Scotland, not from Scotland's point of view. There we are. That's an umpty hit, so there's no point in taking that. There we have it. We're looking for good quality calls, of course. What do you think about the VAR in the football, Scotty? Is it the ref that refs the game or someone else controlling the VAR of the game? Why have a ref? Oh, I think you need a ref to relate the bad or the good news, Jerry. So there we have it. Now, the name calling's just to promote the fight, really. Sometimes if the pay-per-views aren't high enough, they create some tension. But should it not be having a chat together and a little bit of light-hearted banter, you know? Well, Elbros says it's staged. Absolutely. A true Scotsman, says Mason. I thank you, Mason. Hey, I'm Ron. Big Ron. Lovely to have you with us. So there we go. Give the numpties a chance to speak. Officer Sins, the numpties can't speak. Have you not been listening? They're not able to speak. They're not able to have a conversation. So why would you give them the right to speak? You know, once they grow up and can have a conversation, they're very welcome to come on. You know, that's what it's all about. If Scotland goes independent and becomes a republic, that's our policy. Danny, I would never, ever, ever have Scotland as a republic. So Scotland won't become independent if it's a republic. You see, that's the problem. The name is Scotty. The name is Scotty McClue. That's the man that will do it for you. DJ Crash. We love all that. Hang on, guys. I'm just going to get rid of a half-wit. Dan, who says, do you wipe after using the toilet? Always wipe my hands and face, Dan. Yes, indeed. They're very important. So there you go. Good hygiene. That's what we like. Try to hear them out. Officer Sins, we try to hear them out. They've got nothing to say. Can't you get your head around that? Why would you hear out somebody who has nothing to say. So there we are. Dinky-Doo, I say to you, good night tonight, though I have to say some excellent things. There we go. Now then, who we got here? Peaky Blinders, thank you, Benos. So there we go. Dan, I think we've answered your question. We'll just send you Doon the Swanee, where all the dafties go. Fantastic. That's the stuff. Now then, if you're calling in, make sure you have a number and that you're not under anonymous. You know? I don't know much about the independent situation, but surely it'd be better to stay in the UK. Well, yes. You're live with Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Oh, I'm anonymous.
Yeah. There you are. You're anonymous, so that's no good. Fantastic. I don't know much about the independence. Should it be better to stay in the UK? Why would it be better to stay in the UK if you don't know much about it? Scotland needs a Labour government. No, Dan. Scotland's Labour government are in the wilderness. Have been for 9 years. Hello, you're live, Scotty's phone in.
Hello, Scotty. Sorry, I couldn't hear this.
Yeah. What's your first name?
My first name is Francis.
Francis, what can I do for you, sir?
I just wanted to know how your day is going, Scotty.
My day has been absolutely outstanding, Francis, and thank you so much for asking. Very kind of you. So there we have it. I'm trying to phone, but it's not letting me, says Leonard. Keep going, Leonard. Are you coming up anonymous or with your number, Leonard? That's what we need to know. And then we can look out for your call. There we have it. Now then. Ah, yes, the boxing. What time does the boxing start? I've just realized I'm going to have to go, guys. We're out of time. How amazing. There we are. It should be coming up with my number. Right, Leonard, give it a go. Scotland needs a Sinn Féin. No, Connor. No. Ireland's got a Sinn Féin. Scotland doesn't need a Sinn Féin. Full UK needs a Labour government, mate. The Tories are a bunch of, and he mentions some rude word. Hello from Slovakia. Lovely to have you with us from Slovakia. There we are. Jumped up snobs. That's what they are. You are correct. So there we go. Now then, what's happening here? Scotty, you should do a stream until 11 p.m. tonight. The Gobschnoppel. We're going to dash off now because we've been an hour. Amazing stuff, but lovely, lovely, lovely being with everybody tonight. Just tremendous stuff, I say to you. Jeezy Peeps, man. Jeezy Peeps, Irish George. Up the Royal Artillery, says Connor. Yes, Connor, you're a good British Army man. We salute the Royal Artillery. Now, who we got here? Keep the stream on, please. You're my only cure for depression. Gobschnoppel. I'm sure you will find lots of cures on the internet. There's never a dull moment. Guys, Scotty, do you think people had more intellect in the 1990s? I think they thought in a broader way, Stallion. Absolutely. Hello, Scotty, says Guy Fire. Guy Fire. Hello, and Dinky-Doo. Ireland forever. Oh, Ireland will be around forever. So there we are. Right, we need to go, guys. Lovely to have you with us. Take great care of your dear souls. And as we say in the very best of circles, thanks for watching. And Dinky-Doo. Lovely, lovely, lovely. That's our beautiful YouTube.